My name is David Muse. I am, how can I put this? I have been since I can remember being a little kid, been an avid modeler. Model airplanes, trains, cars, boats, rockets, you name it pretty much. I love models. After all of these years though, and I'm approaching 59 now, I finally get to see a dream start to come true, and that's I'm building a model railroad layout. It's not anything big and audacious like you may see at some of the Christmas gatherings or at, your local train station or anything, but it's something that I don't know why just has this certain allure to me that I've never been able to shake. Since I was a little kid, I'd never had the opportunity to build a layout. I thought one of my brothers may have one day, but they never got to. Family, I found out that girlfriends and wives are not particular fans of model railroading. Who knows why? But eventually it's come to a point, I said, before I die, on my bucket list, one way or another, I was going to build a model railroad layout. Now, what happens to it after I leave this earth, I have no clue. I just hope maybe somebody in the family picks it up and starts to explore it, and then they start to get into modeling, and it becomes maybe a tradition. A bigger part of this is, in a sense, to pay homage to family members. My grandfather, my father's father, my father, and his brother, my Uncle George, they all worked on the railroad at one time in their lives. And my grandfather, Broadway Jones, or J. Dwandoff Jones was his name, he worked at Penn Station for a long time and Grand Central Station in New York. So railroading is in our blood, I guess you could say. I had never done this before. This is the furthest I've ever gotten on building a model railroad. Usually I just had, I had a workshop in my basement some years ago where I would build model trains and sell them at shows. Honestly, more people need to look into putting the phones down. And if you want to do something with your family, a walk is great. Go fishing, which is a great mind-relaxing thing. Or pick up a hobby. It's a lot of things that can go into teaching history and also learning crafts at the same time. Skills are being forgotten. Learning how to read instructions are being forgotten. And that's part of what modeling and building and even knitting takes instructions. Also, with model railroading, you can get a lot of people involved in this. And I think it's a good thing if families would share in it, because everybody can contribute to it. There's the electronics, there's the modeling, there's the building of towns and cities and scenescapes. It's not just laying rails and putting models on them to run up and down these rails. It's everything that's around them. So what I try and do, or what I would like to try and do, is recreate some of that past that I knew from my childhood by building a model railroad that represents some of the things I grew up with.